to everyone. Hearty welcome to everyone on Monday evening, 7 p.m. Today is a wonderful day. It's a very important day. It's a historic day because in India, 5th of September is being celebrated as Teachers' Day. So hearty welcome to all the teachers. Heartiest congratulations to all the teachers. You are great warriors. You're wonderful. You're amazing. You all have done such a remarkable job during the pandemic. And now the post-pandemic, once again, you have taken the command and you are moving ahead in the hybrid model, the best possible way, where there's a blended learning, there's a flipped learning, and of course, there is engaging and positive engagement of every child so that whatever we have lost during the pandemic, we got to recover that as well. So ladies and gentlemen, every Monday, today it's a sheer coincidence and it's a wonderful evening that it's a 5th of September, India Teachers' Day. So once again, by congratulating all the teachers, let's move to Northeast India because Northeast India is calling. And our special greetings to all the teachers, counselors, trainers, principals, directors, vice chancellors, and experts in the Northeast. Those are in the education ecosystem in Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, and beautiful Sikkim, all the 8 states, right? So let's move on. Northeast India. Today we have taken one very important subject, that is endangered languages of Northeast India. Let's travel together. Let's understand what exactly is language importance, and particularly in the education ecosystem, language plays very important role. Like communication, when we are having communication, that means we are connecting heart to heart, we are connecting soul to soul, we are connecting mind to mind. And communication, that means language. It may be a verbal, it may be a non-verbal, whatever it is, but when we are communicating, today we are going to talk about something very important. How are the Northeast languages, which are the endangered languages, and what steps have been taken, and what ICSI, International Chamber for Service Industry, proposes. International Chamber for Service Industry is a link between India, non-resident Indians, our corporate houses, and the government interface from time to time, because we keep preparing the documents, we keep carrying out a lot of innovative blueprints, action plans, strategies, what all is to be done. Nowadays, we are focusing on education, skills, human resource, youth, competencies, capabilities, and what all they can do. Wonderful. So, hearty welcome on behalf of ICSI. Let's talk first of all the languages of India. There are more than 19,500, you call it languages or dialect, which are spoken in India as a mother tongue. And there are approximately 121 languages which are spoken by 10,000 or more people in India, which has a population of approximately 130 crores. According to the census data, there are 1,635 rationalized mother tongues, 234 identifiable mother tongues, and 22 major languages in our country, wonderful India. Now, when we talk about official languages in the Indian Constitution, those 22 languages which we have got over there, it is in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. And these are Assamese, Bengali, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Oriya, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, Bodo, Santhali, and Maithili, and Dogri. Now, out of these, 14 were initially included in the Constitution. Sindhi language was added in 1967. And thereafter, 3 more languages, Konkani, Manipuri, and Nepali, that was included in 1992. And subsequently, Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, and Santhali, they were also added in 2004. So there are 22 languages as far as Constitution is concerned. Now, there's a United Nations, the global body. And under that, there's a UNESCO, which takes care of the education ecosystem, heritage part also. Now, UNESCO operates with some language endangerment, levels which they convey. Let's think about and let's talk about those levels. They have got different levels. We will explain to them. Safe, that means not endangered. Extinct, no living speakers, based on intergenerational transfer. Vulnerable, that means not spoken by children outside home. They speak at home, but not outside. Definitely endangered. Children not speaking that language. Severely endangered. Only spoken by the oldest generation. And critically endangered. That is spoken by few members of the oldest generation, often semi-speakers. Now, according to the UNESCO, any language that is spoken by less than 10,000 people is potentially endangered. That we all have to understand. Now let's move to northeast part of India, 8 beautiful states, and we will just take into consideration the northeastern part of India. It comprises of the 8 sisters we all know: Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Nagaland, Tripura, Mizoram, Arunachal, and Sikkim. There are approximately 300 languages, or you may call it a dialect, which are spoken in these states, belonging mainly to 3 language families, namely Indo-European, Sino-Tibetan, and Austric. Now, which are the endangered languages in Northeast? When we talk about Northeast India, indigenous and the tribal languages of the Northeast India are facing the risk of extinctions. With the experts, those are stating that out of approximately 300 dialects or languages that are there in the region, 70 to 80 have already slipped into the endangered category. The local languages also face the threat of the popular ones that dominate the market, even as the new education policy 2020 is said to have, ushered in a ray of hope for revival of numerous dying languages. Let's take one. When we talk about Arunachal Pradesh, approximately 40 endangered languages have been identified at this point of time. There are different tribes and they speak their different dialect and different languages. When you come to Assam, with a population of almost about 3 crore, because it's the largest that way as far as population, is a home to around 80 indigenous groups. That means tribes and sub-tribes. According to the People Linguistic Survey of India, Assam has approximately 55 languages, and 15 to 20 languages in Assam, they are at present declared as endangered. Similar way, there are challenges in the Manipur, various dialect and various languages. When we talk about Sikkim, the Center for Endangered Languages, Sikkim University, is also carrying out a study, and Sikkim has got 13 official languages, out of which 12 are endangered, except the Nepali language, which we take into consideration. Similarly, we have got the challenges in the state of Nagaland, we have got challenges in Mizoram, we have got challenges in Meghalaya and Tripura. So all the states when we take into consideration. Now let's move on to what exactly Government of India is doing, what Ministry of Education has taken adequate steps, and how at the supersonic speed they are moving. They're trying to take care of these endangered languages the best possible way. The Government of India has initiated a scheme known as Scheme for Protection and Preservation of Endangered Languages of India, SPPEL. It is in December 2021. Under this scheme, the Central Institute of Indian Languages, which is located in Mysore, it works on the protection, preservation, and documentation of all the mother tongue or languages of India which are spoken by less than 10,000 people, which are called endangered languages as per UNESCO. In the first phase of the scheme, 117 endangered languages, or you call it a mother tongue, they have been chosen from all over India for study as well as documentation on a priority basis. The University Grant Commission has also initiated two schemes for protection of endangered languages, namely funding support to the state universities for study and research in indigenous and endangered languages of India, and establishment of centers for endangered languages in central universities. Now let's talk about it. The Center for Endangered Languages of the department in Tejpur University, Assam. The other day, I had a pleasure to talk to Dr. Arup Kumar Nath in the Tejpur University. And this morning, I got in touch in the Rajiv Gandhi University in Arunachal Pradesh with Madam Lisa Lomdok. She was very kind to put me across another name she gave, Professor Simon John. And similar way, I also got the details of Dr. Samar Sinha in Sikkim University. So let's talk about these languages. When we are talking about Center for Endangered Languages of the department in Tejpur University, Assam, it is one of the three such centers in Northeast India. And other tools when we talk about for the endangered languages, they are Rajiv Gandhi University of the Arunachal Pradesh and Center for Endangered Languages, Sikkim University. I've already given you a couple of names to whom we would like to get associated with, and we have already spoken to them. We are also reaching in Nagaland to Dr. P. Walling. She is the Associate Professor and HOD, Department of Linguistics in Nagaland University. Similar way, we have also been given the contact for Nehu, Northeast Hill University. There also we have got. Then there is another institute by Dr. Palash Kumar Nath that's called, it is at Rajador, North Guwahati. He's the assistant professor over there. And they have got an Institute of Language, Art and Culture. They're also working onto it. So this is what we have got. And they are working on, different endangered languages of the northeastern states. Let's move ahead. Let's talk about Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati, when you talk about it. Now, the heterogeneity of the language profile of the northeastern states, it makes it a challenge for any government to promote language maintenance in these remote and inaccessible areas. That's what when I was talking to a couple of professors of the linguistic or those who are working for Center for Endangered Languages, they were telling us that the challenges are particularly in the border areas, remote areas, inaccessible areas. So the project it aims to address the preservation of these identified Northeast Indian languages with the help of the consortium of several Northeastern universities and institutions like IIT Guwahati, Tejpur University, Tripura University, Mizoram University, Manipur University, Nagaland University, and Arunachal Pradesh Rajiv Gandhi University. Sometime back, the Member Parliament, Mr. Gao from Arunachal Pradesh, he made sure, and even the Google is also having it on its Play Store. It's an attempt to preserve Lisu language of Arunachal Pradesh. So if you see it, initiatives when they will be taken by different dignitaries and celebrities and concerned people, those are at the helm of the affairs, we are pretty sure that we would be in a position to do a lot. Now, we have got two proposals at this point of time. Of course, we are getting into the depth of the subject. This morning, also, it was a pleasure to speak to Dr. Vijay Swami, that is at Rowing in Arunachal Pradesh, that there is a research institute of the ancient culture and heritage. It's called the Revich Center. And that was given to me by Dr. Lisa Lomdok ma'am. I'm grateful to her. And having spoken to Dr. Vijay Swamiji, who is there for, I think, almost 4 decades now, and he's doing a great social work. So I was trying to understand from him as well. And besides him, we have reached out many other experts of the languages, linguistics, various centers, those are working for endangered languages. And we propose that ICSI proposes that we should hold a regional or a national conference, to give a platform to all the 8 northeastern states to come together on a common platform and to discuss the issues and challenges which are towards the direction of saving endangered languages. Because when deliberations would be there, it could be for a day or it could be done for 2 days. but that would help quite a bit of it. We would send our proposal to Bharatiya Bhasha Smiti also on that. We would request the other day, it was a pleasure to speak to the Honorable Chairman of the BBS, Shri Chamuji, and he was very kind to give his valuable inputs on 15th of August when we were celebrating 75 years of India's independence. And over there, we got a lot of insight from his side as well. So our first proposal is, let's organize in the Northeast itself at a central place where all the universities, institutions, experts from all the 8 states together, they should deliberate, they should discuss, and let's do the endorsement of that, where we should try to understand what is the most innovative, pragmatic, and the fast track to save the endangered languages from all the 8 states of Northeast. Our second proposal is that ICSI proposes to take the local experts from each state of Northeast India, those have got expertise in the language, and they should take on some training programs. We would be more than happy to facilitate that from the platform of our chamber, that let's take on the endangered languages in the second phase, and we focus on basically training, research, compilation, collaboration, confluence, whatever best can be done. As our chamber is deeply associated with the non-resident Indians as well, let's take some of the NRIs, those are from the Northeast, and those have gone abroad from the different states. Take them also on the board. You never know who can be meaningful to us at what stage where. Today, we discussed this much. Rest we will take on in the next program, next Monday, and we would be calling you, we would be inviting you to the beautiful Northeast India once again next Monday at 7 p.m. Thank you very much.